Brutalism is never out of style. In this video, we're going to design step-by-step a brutalist poster. Brutalism is the perfect design style for streetwear or impressing your design friends on your social media. If you're into brutalism, sign up for Kittl using the link in the description and start your creations choosing one of the brutalist templates, including this one that we're going to design today. Before we start designing, let's look at some brutalist references so we know what brutalism is visually. At first glance, we can notice the contrast between colors, many duotone posters, we see textures, we can see some Y2K elements on those designs as well, some anime references. Pay attention to the grid system usage here. Alright, now that we know the aesthetics, let's design. Okay, so let's start designing. First thing, I'm going to set my background to black to give that brutalist dark vibe. And I'm going all the way to the left over the elements menu, and I'm choosing some squared and rectangle shapes to kind of create the skeleton of my design. A lot of brutalism work use grid system, so this is great for deciding your layout before actually starting designing. So you kind of know where you're going. And it's nice to have that clear vision of where you're putting images, where the text is going, where elements are going. So I recommend having at least that notion beforehand. Of course, you can adjust the layout later if you don't like it, but this is gonna make your workflow way easier. Now, on the abstract elements menu, you're gonna find the Y2K section. This is honestly gold for brutalist design. Kittl also has Y2K illustrations that are perfect for brutalist design as well. I didn't use any illustrations for this particular design, but just so you're aware, they are great as well. So I chose two Y2K elements. This one is going over here on the top right corner. I left this area empty on purpose because I knew I wanted to put some elements over here. Now let's alt and drag that to duplicate. I also chose this globe element. This is very trendy on brutalist design. You see those kind of grid elements everywhere, so I have to put one on this design, right? Now text. The good part about organizing your design first is that you're gonna know exactly where you want to put your text. And I do. I also know what font I want to use. I'm using Draco. I love this font's sharp angles and how it evokes a sense of motion and speed. I wrote down Sakura, which means cherry blossom, and I just have to make sure everything is aligned and proportional. By the way, I'm making everything white, but let's not worry about color, okay? At least not for now. I'm gonna leave that for last. Proceeding with text, I'm gonna write some random text. I chose a condensed font for this text because I want to be able to fit more stuff here, you know. So on the basic shapes section on the elements menu, if you scroll down a little, you'll be able to find a gradient shape. And I think this is gonna look pretty neat right next to the text. And I'm gonna search for barcodes on the search bar, another decorative element that brings up that kind of tech aesthetic. Now alt and drag to duplicate, and okay, love it. Now let's add some Japanese text to the design. My idea was actually to make like an anime poster because that's such a good fit for brutalism design, so why not add some Japanese text? Apparently this is written Sakura, and I hope it's right. I used the font Moshi Pop for the Japanese alphabet. Now I decided to add an outline and empty out the top rectangle shape, so it gives us some room to breathe, you know. And in brutalism, it's okay to have too much going on, honestly, but you need to know how to balance that. Anyways, more Japanese text. This one apparently says the final battle, and I hope it's right. I'm aligning with the globe element and just adjusting some things. So I'm duplicating that globe element and put it inside the rectangle. And I need to fill this rectangle with something, so I'm just adding a random paragraph. The font I'm using is Shivo, a sans serif font, so it's easy and quick to read because, well, this is the least interesting element on the design, so it doesn't need to catch attention. Now for my favorite part, the images. we're gonna use the AI image generator for generating our images. I know exactly the feeling of the images I want for this design, so I just go ahead and insert a prompt. 90s anime style, Akira, motorcycle, and main character, and let's generate. This is actually perfect, and I'm genuinely impressed with the accuracy of the image. It has exactly the 90s anime feeling I was looking for. Now I'm generating another image, but I don't really like it, so I'll change it later. Now I change the shape to a mask so I can quickly insert the image inside the shape. I could also crop the image, but I guess this way is faster and just easier. But yeah, I said I didn't like the image, so I'm writing another prompt because I want it to be a landscape, just a sakura tree. Okay, I love this one. It's perfect. Let's move on. Now let's work on color, finally. So I decided that I want the colors to be black, red, and white. So I had this idea to all and drag the image to duplicate it, and then I remove the background of the top image while I bring the bottom image's saturation all the way down to get rid of the colors. So that leaves me with mainly red, black, and white. Now I just adjust some things, add a little noise. That's perfect. Now I'm going to speed through my coloring process because since I had decided the design's colors, I just tried out a bunch of different shades and options. And honestly, I just went with what looked the best. Now, of course, we can't finish this design without some texture. I chose one of the grainy textures from the textures library. And boom! This is our final Brutalist design. What do you guys think? Are you guys ready to start working on some Brutalism artwork yourself? What do you guys think about our Brutalist poster? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Kitttl's channel for more graphic design content. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.